Picture someone with 2 degrees on their wall, a six-figure salary hitting their account every month, and exactly $212 in their savings. They downloaded a finance app 6 months ago. It's still sitting on the last screen of their phone, unopened. This is not a video about budgeting. This is not a video about investment strategies. This is not a video about making more money. This is a video about why the smartest people in the room are often the most financially stuck, and the specific trap that keeps them there. We'll get to what that trap actually is. But first, let's talk about what's really happening. Smart people are good at seeing complexity. It's one of their best qualities. In most areas of life, it protects them. In personal finance, it destroys them. Here's what happens. A smart person decides they want to start investing. So they do what smart people do. They research. They read one book, then another, then a third. They watch videos, follow analysts, learn about index funds, ETFs, real estate, tax optimization, inflation hedging. 6 months later, they still haven't invested a single dollar. Here's what most people miss. The research never felt like procrastination. It felt like preparation. Responsible, intelligent preparation. Every new piece of information felt like progress. It wasn't. It was a very sophisticated way of standing still. There's a name for this. Analysis paralysis. And smart people are the most vulnerable to it because their brain can always generate one more question, one more variable, one more reason why right now is not quite the right time. Meanwhile, somewhere across town, a person who never read a single finance book set up an automatic transfer of $200 a month into a basic index fund 3 years ago. They don't think about it, they don't monitor it daily, they don't know what a hedge fund is, but they started. And starting, it turns out, is worth more than knowing. That's only half the problem, though. The other half is where the money actually goes. Smart people don't blow their money on obvious things. They don't buy flashy cars or designer clothes, or at least they tell themselves that. What they buy is harder to see. They buy courses, premium subscriptions, the latest laptop because their work demands it, books by the dozen, conferences, mastermind groups, trips framed as expanding their perspective. Every single purchase has a justification, a smart-sounding justification. Pay attention to this. When every expense feels like an investment in yourself, nothing ever feels like overspending. But the bank account doesn't care how sophisticated your reasoning is. It only counts what went in and what went out. The overqualified analyst who can explain every market cycle, predict every downturn, and walk you through the mechanics of compound interest, that person is often completely broke. Not because they don't know enough, because they know so much that every simple option feels beneath them. Index funds are too basic. Saving feels unsophisticated. Simple strategies are for people who don't understand the nuance, and so they wait. For the perfect strategy, for the right moment, for the plan that finally matches their intelligence. It never comes. So what actually works? Embarrassingly simple things. Automatic transfers, index funds, spending less than you earn. Not because these are secret strategies, but because they are strategies you will actually follow. Warren Buffett has said it more than once. Investing is simple, but it is not easy. The gap is not knowledge. The gap is behavior. And here's the part that might sting a little. That person with 2 degrees and $200 in savings, it was never bad luck. It was never the economy or the timing or not earning enough. It was the belief that more thinking would eventually produce better results. It won't. Action produces results. Thinking just produces more thinking. You don't need a better plan. You need to start the one you already have. Here's what to take away from this. First, intelligence is a tool. And like any tool, it can work against you if you use it wrong. In finance, overthinking is not a strength. It is the trap. Second, the best financial strategy is not the smartest one. It is the one you actually execute. Simple and consistent beats complex and perfect every single time. Third, you have been ready for longer than you think. The research is done. The knowledge is there. The only thing left is the decision to start. Today, with whatever you have. What's the one financial move you've been overthinking the longest? Drop it in the comments. You already know enough. You always did.